why Meet the Others podcast? What's this about?
Why are we doing this thing?
Why are we doing this dang thing?
Who the F?
Do we even know what we're doing?
Certainly not.
Oh,
We
no.
just hooked this thing up tonight. We figured out how to use the mics, and now we're recording 10 seconds afterwards. Gives me comfort. So
I hear you.
yeah. So anyways, Meet the Others. That's us. Still waiting on this car to come and take me home. Things feel a little different now that we grown. Till I turn the ass, so they put my name in stone. Live how I wanna live, cause we die alone. Hey.
Yo! Welcome!
What's poppin', everybody?
What is up? Welcome to Meet the Others podcast. Hey! I am Anissa B.
And it is me, Choirboy Dank.
And this is once again Meet the Others podcast. So welcome, guys.
Welcome.
Subscribe if you haven't already, and you keep coming across us, because that means that it's time. It's meant to be.
It's time to do that thing.
Yes. So
Like it, rate it. Oh, if you haven't noticed, we have a updated studio piece.
hey, Sean! Shout out to Sean! Woo!
And Donald Brown with
Heck
his
yeah.
expert craftsmanship.
For sure, that thing is amazing.
Donald put his foot in that thing. It looks amazing.
That's me, guys. That's me. If you didn't know, and I think that's him.
Yeah,
Is that you?
It's on the right sides and everything.
Oh, it is. It is on the right side.
Yeah, so that's super cool.
Yes. So welcome. What's going on, honey?
Yo, lots of changes in the in other world.
Yes, we were gonna try to come on here and talk professional, but I think it's even better to talk personal.
Yeah, we had a lot of things go down. So
Yes.
going through some personal turmoil, if you will. So yeah, I guess I'll just get right out and say it. This past week, I got my main gig that pays the others' bills was terminated. So we are full time doing the thing, and yeah, we are going full steam ahead, trying to figure it out, and just keeping you guys up to date with what's going on in our world, right? So I think that we're gonna, in our charge to be as open, honest, and transparent as possible, we figured we'd share this news with the audience.
Yeah.
Along with some other thoughts about mental health and just putting the foot in front of the other, even when it's on a rocky road or it doesn't feel like it's very clear what's going on. So
for sure.
So yeah, we just want to share that, and yeah, and if this podcast has done anything for you, or if Choirboy Dank's music, Swag Tooth's music has ever done anything for you, and you want to kind of like see us keep going and feel it in your heart during this season to give, we're gonna put a link down in the description
For sure.
to try to just keep our keep that connection going between us and the fans, and us to keep moving, right, and keep doing the right next thing. So yeah, it's a PayPal link. It's PayPal me /Choirboy Dank, I think, but that'll be in the description.
Yeah,
in the show notes or whatever. Yeah,
for sure. Yes. It's been quite a week.
It's been a crazy week.
This was out of nowhere.
Completely out of nowhere. A week before my birthday, 2 weeks before Christmas, and it was a shocker, to say the least.
Yes.
So yeah, we're just trying to figure it out. We're digging in, reaching out to our family, trying to get everybody, all hands on deck. So, our family's been pretty supportive,
luckily,
in a lot of ways.
Yes.
And we're going to just we're gonna make it happen, guys.
No matter what, we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna keep our lights on.
Yeah.
We're gonna make sure our lights stay on. We're gonna make sure that we keep moving forward. This is just a stumble in the road, and this is not permanent. So this will just be another stumble in the road that we're gonna have to, like, excuse me, rock. I'm trying to come through.
Yeah.
Boulder. Right now it's an actual boulder. It's not a rock.
Oh,
a
shoot.
rock you can kind of like roll over probably and keep
This
going.
a mountain. I don't know what you're talking about.
It is a mountain. Speaking of, how you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel horrible. I feel it's hard, so, I think that we're trying to figure it all out, and
Yeah, but I'm talking about like
it's not
internally,
easy.
like how do you feel? Not what we're trying to do. Like, how do you feel? Are you feeling right? Like, are you feeling like pretty much the world is on your shoulders right now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out like where your mental state is.
No, I feel like I got two worlds on my shoulders. Like,
yeah, for sure.
My knees are buckling.
For sure.
So, yeah, it's a lot, So
Yeah.
just trying to take it a day at a time and make everything connect and work. And my initial thought is we're gonna go to the moon and release a ton new music and open up the beat store finally. Now I got time to really dive into that, and all those things are gonna happen.
Yes.
But in the meantime, we gotta kind of figure out how we gonna keep these lights on and how we're gonna do things. So, it's back and forth, but we gonna get it. And like I got good friends that are down to help, and we're gonna figure out what's going on with all sorts of different avenues, right? Like I'm gonna link up with my future modern guys and really try to push those NFTs and like maybe not even the NFTs at first, but I think we've talked about doing some sponsored shows and different things like that to really put other artists around and to collab and to do some fun stuff and try to really make this thing go in multiple ways. So that's what we doing.
Yes.
That's what we doing.
Yes. And honestly speaking, like my husband has been an amazing provider for our family and has been so great. And this is just another like milestone in our life that we're going to get through. And hey, when one door closes, another one opens. And I don't, there's a blessing in this.
Yeah.
To say the least, you might not see it now, but there's definitely a blessing. I have cried my eyes out quite a bit because I'm like, OMG. But as long as I think we have each other and we can kind of like figure things out, I think that this is going to be a story to tell one day.
No, I mean, it's a story to tell. Yeah, it's we just got to make it that, right? Like we got to make it the story to tell rather than the end of the story, right?
For sure.
And that's what we're working towards. I mean, I that was my gig for 12 plus years. So it's definitely one of those things that throws a lot at you mentally, and as far as just like as a man, your self-worth is providing for your family in a lot of ways, especially as you grow older and really step into the role of the man of the household, right? So I think that's really what this episode and honestly this season of our existence at this time is really about. And really, I think that you push a lot of the narrative of staying positive and healthy mental health, self-talk and stuff. And honestly, during this whole experience, my self-talk has not been that positive.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And so we're on the road to doing it.
Yes. With that being said, I feel you in that, but I know that you're carrying a lot more heavier of a, this whole burden, this feeling inside. But and it's been quite a struggle as a wife to lift my husband up in this time when I know right now, no matter what I say, it is not something that he may or may not hear at this time, and I have also been struggling quite a bit mentally, and I just been trying to every morning when I wake up on my Instagram, I need to be strong. I'm trying to literally this whole week, I have been trying to talk to myself because I feel myself creeping in this dark place. And excuse my my throat's cracking. And it is not easy because I struggle with depression already.
Yeah.
So then when things like this happen, it puts me in a weird, like, place where I feel as if I'm going into like, I have trauma and PTSD from my childhood and things, and just not having certain, like not being able to do certain things or eat and things that just messed me up as a child. But I hold no blame. I'm not holding any blame to anyone, but just some of those like PTSDs are definitely coming back, and it's making me nervous. It's making me feel scared. And I am definitely trying to like not dance with the demons in my mind because I struggle with mental health. And that's something it's just like my mental health. Sometimes I go through my ups and I go through my downs. And that's why I'm constantly trying to put out positivity and everything I put out is for my own self-talk.
Yeah.
And honestly, yesterday was kind of yesterday was Wednesday, and I was looking through social media and I had saw that DJ Twitch, Ellen DeGeneres' DJ, had committed suicide, and it really was messing with my head in a very like weird way, because I have 2 sons, and mental health for men is like you have to just be strong all the time.
Yeah.
And I felt my heart broke for his whole entire family and for him, because obviously there was a struggle in his mental health that he never seeked out. He looked so happy. He was always dancing. He was always so smiley. He always I follow him on TikTok, and I used to watch his stuff, and I would be like, wow, his wife is so beautiful. Look at how beautiful their family is. Wow, look at their house. Wow, this guy is doing what he loves. Goals. And then to hear that he passed away and it was because of suicide, it really it was like, whoa, I'm going through a really heavy thing, and no one's problems are heavier than another person's problems.
100%.
Because everybody's battling their own problems that live in here that no one ever could say, oh, well, yours is light.
This. Yeah.
You're doing better than me. You should feel this way. No one knows what's going on in here for anyone else. And to see that, I'm like, wow. It was like a very weird response in my mind that I had to register, because I was like, if this guy had everything in the world but still had problems, my husband just lost his job. We're going through some struggles and we're trying to figure it all out. I gotta allow myself not to allow that cloudy demon, that depression, that dark wave that wants to take me in already. And then I see this, and it kind of I'm probably sure that there's other people who have been affected by this, even though we don't know him personally. It's still just the idea of this man looks there was nothing wrong with him. He looked great on the outside, but obviously he was battling some demons on the inside.
Yeah, and you don't know, especially with men's mental health. I think that, like you said, it's very much the code is, you grin and bear it and you move on and you don't let anybody see your emotion. And it's tough.
Yeah.
For
sure.
And that's what that looks like, is you think that everything is good. It looks like everything is fine, but there could be a raging waters underneath that calm that you perceive from the outside,
For sure. So yeah, I thought about that, and I was just like, I am just like praying for his whole entire family, his wife, his children. Like I was just like, I got to keep on going. I got to let myself win. Our life is fragile, and we're here one day, and then one day we're gone. And whether we take ourselves out or we accidentally, we just never know when when it's the end for us.
Nope.
And honestly, like it's like a dance for me in my mind. Like I'm like, I have to keep moving forward. And then sometimes like, that ugly person in my head will say, you're worthless. You're just another waste of space, and I have to constantly remind myself. And I want to reach out to any men who are watching today, any young men, teenagers, boys that are maybe going through some mental health,
older men,
struggling, older men, all men, just that gender. Like, I want you guys to know that it's okay to feel a little broken. Just make sure you pick those pieces up. Because when you're fragile, all you're going to see is just like that one like dark thing, like, oh, you know what? And some of us break. Don't break and not pick those pieces up, because your life matters, period.
Yeah. And I think it's also valid and important to say that like you can have breakdowns.
For sure.
And it's fine to like let yourself go through that stuff,
Yeah, for sure. And
I mean, like when you say don't break, just don't let it be permanent. Like,
yes,
and
no,
like,
yeah.
and like, yeah, like no matter what it is, if you wake up the next day,
you're winning.
You got another opportunity for any and everything.
Yes.
So
yes, it's a blessing. It's a blessing to breathe.
And part of that is I need to hear that right now,
For sure. And that's why we're doing this.
Yeah.
Because I know my husband needs this more than anything else right now at this very moment. And that's why it's important for me to do this. And that's why I'm doing it. It's because you need to know that it's okay to break. And it's okay to feel right now like, oh my God, like all scatterbrain. But understand something, there's so many people who love you. And you're going to get through this because you have a team. You have a family, friends, people who you create with, people who see you as who you are and are like, boy, we're going to get you out of this wave. We're going to get you out of these waters. You're not going to drown. No one's going to let you drown. And that's why I felt like this was so important. And it kind of almost like opened my eyes when I saw that yesterday. It was like, oh my God, like, this is kind of crazy, like, and I want you to know that, like, it's okay to break.
Yeah.
Just don't completely break all the way. Like, break down, cry, yell, but please, I will help you pick those pieces up, because I will never allow all those pieces to just stay scattered on the ground. Never, ever. You know what I mean? Like, so like, yeah, I just wanted to come on here and kind of have that conversation about men and mental illness and dealing with waves, because we all deal with waves. It's not just women.
Yeah.
It's men too. And
100%.
And men sometimes they need to always puff their chest up. And that's such bullcrap to me. Like,
yeah,
we should be able to express, a man should be able to express like, today I'm feeling down.
Yeah. And, honestly, I think that it's also healthy to know that like, if you see your sister, your brother, your friend, your people going through that and feeling down, it's serious.
Yes.
Don't shrug it off. And you know what? Like, not everything is 911 either, but you gotta take it and give it the attention that it deserves, sure. Because like you said, you never know what someone's going through. Yeah. And if someone has the courage to be able to say, hey, I'm really affected by this or that, or like I'm kind of like out of it today, or I'm not really like, you know, things haven't been that easy for me lately, then like if you can be there and support that person if
For
you care
sure.
about them,
For sure.
right?
Yeah. And I also think the lesson is also to be kind to one another, because
Real.
no one needs to tell you what anyone's going through either.
No, that's 100%.
You know what I mean?
True.
We need to start being a lot more kinder, a lot more gentle to people. Not that we're supposed to be pushovers, but we definitely need to stop hurting each other.
Yeah.
You know, and more importantly, we need to stop hurting ourselves. When we look in that
100%.
mirror and we see ourselves and we're like, I am a piece of crap. We need to stop that shit.
Even if it's not a physical hurt, even if it is the mental self-talk that is garbage. And boy, trust me, right now I am putting myself through the ringer. So like, it's not easy. It's not easy to always be in a positive mental space. It's not something that you could just go,
no,
be positive.
No.
You should, talk yourself up, or like you should, whatever. Saying it is the easy part, right? Like, and even saying it out loud is easier than what's going on in your brain.
For sure. This morning, it took me 4 tries to record.
Yeah.
Because I started to cry.
Yeah.
Because right now I am dealing with the weight of being a wife and trying to support my husband through this time, and making sure that he doesn't feel like I know how he's feeling, even though I can't like force my, hey, like get it together. And that's not what I'm asking for.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be here for you and support you however the heck that looks like. You know what I mean? And trying to figure things out with you. But it took me literally like 3 to 4 times before I actually was able to record without breaking down. You know what I mean? So when it's not as easy as, hey, you know what? Get it together. You're going to be, that hurts. It's still hurting me. I'm still hurting inside.
And sometimes that's the last thing I want to hear is someone telling me some stuff like that. Cause it almost feels like,
you don't know what I'm going through.
Right? You don't know what this is.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So yeah, I mean, that was definitely hard. And I pray for that DJ Twitch and his kids and his wife and even Ellen and, that whole team, whoever's lives that he touched. I pray for everybody, because when you take your life, it's so final and it's the most saddest thing. And I know people who have done that before, and I've danced with that idea myself. And sometimes that idea still comes up and it sucks. And I'm not ashamed to admit that, because I am human and I go through my waves. But I just want to put that out there. Like, I'm praying for that family. And I'm also just praying for other men who are silently going through depression and don't have anyone to talk to or feel too ashamed. And, just trying to put a little bit of positive vibes out there, even if right now you don't want to hear my positivity, because trust and believe, I'm going through my own stuff myself. But I'm still trying to move forward. And I'm hoping that by coming on here and having these conversations, we can actually like help someone else as well. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I wrestle with the idea of even saying any of this stuff, because a lot of it seems like, I don't know, like
attention seeking, right?
Yeah. Just even saying anything seems like, oh, this guy's looking for something or whatever, or like a pat on the back, or, and that's my mental self-talk is like, no one wants to hear that, shut up, move on, do what you got to do, and a lot of that, I think that there's value in knowing that it's not all black and white.
No.
Right. And like, if you can wake up, do the next right thing, no matter how hard it is, you got another chance.
Yes.
So
I hope you're hearing that too. You have another chance. And this is not for attention seeking or anything like that. It's just, you need to know that.
Yeah.
And be proud of yourself. Woo, heavy topics.
Ooh, yeah, this
one's heavy, guys. Sorry, guys. But we wanted to come on here and definitely share some of that information. Go ahead, honey.
And this is the season.
Yes.
This is the season with the highest rate,
Yep.
So I think it's a good time.
Yep. To have that conversation. But we are getting too choked up. So we are going to probably let you guys go, but we will have a link in our description. And, we are definitely working hard to figure things out. We are not going to stop.
No, we're going to continue.
This is a mountain in the road, but we are going to move that mountain and we're going to be stronger than ever together. And
be kind to others. Mental health awareness, domestic abuse awareness is not something that's gonna slow down. We're gonna continue to push forward all of our initiatives no matter what.
Yes. So just follow us on YouTube, Meet the Others Podcast, Instagram, Meet the Others Podcast. We're on Apple Podcasts. You'll see our face. Now, this is us. This is us.
Whenever you see the YouTube, that's what it looks like. We may be changing the thumbnail soon because we feel like maybe we got to put our face in it. Maybe we got to tell people what topics we're talking about.
Yeah.
But right now, you go on YouTube and you see that. That's us, baby.
That's us, baby. So yeah, just follow us. Follow Choirboy Dank on Instagram. I need to be strong. For some positivity. Like I said before, there will be, it's all positive. It might be a little, cringy. But here's the thing is I'm also going through all those waves when I'm talking. It's not something that I'm saying because
it's not shallow.
No, it's not. It's something that I'm actually going through at the moment. So, follow us on our social media platforms and, you'll continue to see us around. These lights will stay on. I promise that much.
Yes, sir.
Anyways, guys, we are out of here. Thank you so much for listening. And we will probably see you next week.
Yeah. Till next time. Hey,
yay.
We're going to be coming at you even more now.
Heck yeah.
See you soon.
Why Meet the Others Podcast? What's this about?
Why are we doing this thing?
Why are we doing this dang thing?
Who the F?
Do we even know what we're doing?
Certainly not. We just hooked this thing up tonight. We figured out how to use the mics, and now we're recording 10 seconds afterwards.
So, I hear you.
Yeah. So, anyways, Meet the Others. That's us. Still waiting on this car to come and take me home. Things feel a little different now that we grown. Till I turn the ass, so they put my name in stone. Live how I wanna live, 'cause we die alone.